The show started up here, and then it crashed harder and faster than world-class championship wrestling attendance in the late 80s. I'm John Rectum with my review of WWE Raw from Des Moines, Iowa. The go-home Raw for Hell in a Cell. Might as well be called Hell in a Raw Cell, except that doesn't actually make any sense as far as the lettering. Honestly, it's just all Raw matches, and considering they have the Red Right Cell, bung bung, oh boy. Really, really bad rendition of Nick Cave and the Bad Seed song there. Man, they overplayed that during the Scream franchise. Anyway, enough about Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. Let me know your thoughts on this show in the comments, please. It actually had some good moments, and it was actually paced somewhat well until that last hour where I swear Liv Morgan could have made a pizza from scratch during the time that she was out there after her entrance until they got to the actual match. They have no idea how to format this goddamn show. I swear to God, 3 hours, I know they can't put on landmark, groundbreaking television anymore. And even when they try to, they just fucking screw it up because Vince McMahon and co have no idea what they're fucking doing. But god damn it. Anyway, boom, Becky with the chandelier gear and the short hair. It's not Becky with the good hair. Apparently that is a song. I do not know who sings it. So, she says, fortunately, I don't care about what you people think. I run on spite and coffee. That has to be a shirt. I'm not even a coffee person. That has to be a shirt. That's good shit, pal. Ha ha ha. So, she says, when I went away to create life like the god I am, I gave the championship to Asuka. And Becky can take any material, even if it's like written for her, and just turn it and make it work. Becky's on a whole different level. And has been for a few years. She's doing some really good shit. Asuka went on to become a warrior, while Becky went home to become a mother. I got killed for saying that when it first happened. Asuka shows up, cuts a bit of a promo. Can they please have Asuka actually not shout like so much where it's hard to understand her and it's hard to... And I like Asuka. I love Asuka, in fact. She's great. But the shouting stuff's a little bit much. Bianca shows up, so we have a lynching and a whipping in Des Moines. News at 11. And we get a brief brawl, and then the match is next. Asuka versus Bianca. Becky on commentary. Becky was great on commentary. Talk about being a sorcerer, because I'm a sorcerer. If you get it, you get... Here's the thing. Becky would actually be a better sorcerer than the Grand Wizard himself, Chris Jericho. Asuka hurt her knee, and Becky was knocking her, and there was good pace to this. Bit of a weird finish, though, with Bianca pinning Asuka, so is Asuka going to take another pin? This is pretty much why they just brought her back, to take pins. I mean, she's still really good in the ring, obviously. She keeps herself in great shape and has done great work for years and years and years, and needed time off because of an injury, but it feels like Asuka has really lost her luster, and is now just a caricature, and it's rather sad. We do get Becky attacking both, and this was just awkward. This was a bit weird. I mean, like, it started fine. The Becky promo, the match, the finish was a little weird, and then the aftermath was just a little bit weird. And then what also got weird was the Mysterios, because they keep insisting that Dominic is a wrestler when he's not very good, and I don't think he's going to get any better. The Mysterios with the ultimate Zeke. You're not Ezekiel, you're just plain old Elias. You're nothing. God, poor Renegade. It took on Alpha Academy and Owens. Stop. Just stop this. That's what I wrote down. Brainbuster on Gable for 3. There were people that found this match fun. If this didn't involve a goddamn stupid storyline, and if I actually gave a shit about Dominic, I might have cared. Also, I'm sorry. Otis may be good in the ring. He reminds me of a thumb soldier from Spy Kids, and I can't unsee it. So, Owens is upset, and he shoves Jimmy Smith. And apparently, this is the 1-year anniversary of Jimmy Smith becoming a Raw commentator. Alright. I mean, he's not bad. He's got enthusiasm. People say he screws up. Yeah, well, plenty of commentators screw up across all companies. So, they gave Cody a bunch of pyro. Adrenaline in my soul. The cornfields in Des Moines are out of control. And then Cody, way over and saying he was always a fan of Seth Rollins, and so was Dusty without saying Dusty's name. Another grandiose, over-rehearsed, ridiculous promo. I'm not saying that Cody doesn't have a passion for professional wrestling. It is in his genes. Very uncomfortable. He probably should go a size up so he can have a little bit of breathing room there. But nevertheless, this is just straight out of the same playbook from when Dynamite went on the air, they're trying to replay some of this stuff and just recreate some of these moments, or at least Cody's trying to, seemingly. What's old is new again, and certainly AEW copied a whole lot of shit and everything. You can check out my Double or Nothing review if you want to hear a lot of stuff that I felt that they copied. But Cody has one speed in the ring, and that's full speed ahead. He's really, really good as far as being in between the ropes when he's with the right person. He's also not nearly as good as he thinks he is. He fits better in WWE, but his promos don't fucking work. They don't come across as genuine at all. And Rollins shows up baking potatoes in his suit, I understand. He doesn't like Cody. He doesn't want him here. He wants to eradicate him. Rhea's looking back. The fuck? Says 6 years ago you left because you weren't good enough. And you and your little, you went and created something with your little friends. And you tried to destroy what I built. And then when that didn't work, you came back here. I don't want to change you. I'm going to end you. I like the fact that both their matches have been really, really good. They put as much passion into this as they can. I don't buy it with Cody. I don't feel it's genuine with Cody. I just don't. The promos take me totally out of it. He's not the only person who does promos like this that just become totally ridiculous. Of course, Cody then does the whole thing like he did with Jericho. There's no invisible wall stopping me, that kind of thing. He's like, what's stopping me? Ropes, that barricade. Why don't you come down here? Well, then Rollins decides to, and then, nah, I'm not going to. And then they start brawling in the crowd, and they brawl, and we get a pull-apart brawl with Petey Williams, Joe Henny, and Arya Daivari as agent. I did not know Petey Williams was an agent for WWE. I actually didn't know Joe Henny was either. I'm surprised Arya Daivari is, because I'm like, they're not letting... Arya Daivari wrestled for a little bit. I mean, he wrestled on a couple episodes of Dark, I think. Huh. Guess he wanted to just... Hey, if he's getting a good paycheck, whatever. It is what it is. I would have thought he had more years in him. But nevertheless, they did the pull-apart brawl, and everybody's like, this is awesome. Of course, they wouldn't shoot the crowd, so my question is, did they dub this stuff in? They went too nuts dubbing in the crowd noise during the Thunderdome era, but I get why they did that, because there were no fans there. Now it's just gotten ridiculous. There are times where there are genuine reactions, and then there are times where it's just obvious that they just turn it up. Because Kevin Dunn's a goddamn idiot that should, should have been in that car fire instead of his dad. That's all I'm going to say. That being said, they're really trying. But Seth has lost twice. And he's going to lose again. And again, Cody's ceiling is here, and they're going to try to push him here. But he's going to win it for his dad. His dad, that even on his worst day, was 5 times the performer that Cody will ever be on his best day. This theme does not fit Alexa at all. Money in the Bank is going to be in the MGM Grand, a wrestling event in the MGM Grand. Let's hear it for them. And Alexa beat Pepper Niven. I hate it. They're giving Alexa the rocket push. Bianca, just hand her the title and save time. Nobody really wants to see Alexa as champion again. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. If you do, that's fine. But I'm over that. I'm over Alexa. I don't want to see her. I don't wish her ill. I just don't want to fucking see her anymore. If Corey does not stop trying to be hip, he's practically herniated every disc in his back and every disc in every person in the front row trying to be hip with his Aryan Nation shirt right there. Miz TV, stop. Fucking stop. Just stop. Profits. Oh, copy and paste. How about we axe him something? How about you learn what the fuck English is? I'm sorry, but axe, it's like, are you guys going to take out hatchets and start attacking people? I don't get that. I mean, I understand having fun, and putting your own spin on things, but that irks me no matter who says it. And I'm sure one of my close friends would agree. My best friend would probably agree. I don't care about the Profits, even though they're good in the ring. Montez, they say, is a future WWE champion. Okay, pal. Sure, it took them a while with Kofi. And that's probably a once-in-a-lifetime situation. 24/7 nonsense. Dana and Tamina attack each other. And then Tozawa, and then Truth. Dijakovic, who's in there. Apollo, who's in... Remember when Apollo was getting a push and it went absolutely nowhere after he lost the championship? Tamina then pins Dana. I want Jimmy Snuka resurrected just so we can off him again for producing Tamina. That's a bit mean, because I'm sure Tamina is actually really nice, but the fact that this is the best they have for Jimmy Snuka's daughter, hell, it's better than what they had for his son, who was all about cool and then was kicked out of the company soon after, even though he was supposed to be part of Legacy. And then he was a cameraman, and Taker, Shawn Michaels, won at Mania 25, and he didn't catch Undertaker despite the fact that they didn't pull him into the right spot and they blamed him. Good fucking job there. But then again, this just, goddamn, I know I'm going off on a tangent, I'm sorry, but the 24/7 stuff is garbage. If anybody that came up with it is still on the creative staff, they deserve to be fired and banned from professional wrestling. Tamina pins Dana and then Tozawa pins her because we just aren't allowed to enjoy a wrestling show anymore. Recaps of Ali and that was one of the worst segments WWE has done all year. Anytime the 24/7 Championship is put on television, it's embarrassing to professional wrestling. Recaps of the Ali, Theory, and Veer stuff. Veer was not coming over anybody tonight. Theory joins commentary for Ali versus Ciampa Championship Contenders match, despite the fact that neither of these guys are champions. Can these guys just leave? Can you just release them? Give them a payoff and let them go somewhere where they're going to be respected. I mean, especially Ali. I could give two shits about Ciampa, Blue Lives Matter ass, but nevertheless. Ali nearly crashes and burns outside. And then Theory attacks him, so we get a DQ, so Ali gets his championship contenders opportunity, or championship opportunity. Verbiage, pal. And Theory says, why not have it now? So then they do. And Theory beats him really quickly, and we get CM Punk chants. And then Pierce says, hey, Vince told me that he wants you guys to have a fair fight at Hell in a Cell. Hey, Hell in a Cell's in Chicago. Ali's from Chicago. Oh, this is WWE, so it'd be almost impossible for somebody to win in their hometown. And people say, well, maybe Ali will win. It'll be a great moment. I want to believe that they actually want to utilize Ali correctly, but losing streaks rarely, if ever, fucking work. They did it with MVP towards the end of his first WWE run. Barry Horowitz, but Barry Horowitz was a resident jobber in, wrestling, not just WWE. And then they did it with Kurt Hawkins. And look where he is now. I'm just saying, losing streaks aren't a way to do it, and this isn't really inspiring me to get behind Ali. He's just getting beat. He's not getting screwed over. He's just getting beat. And now, I don't know. I don't really believe. If he wins, great. It's just the U.S. Championship hasn't mattered in so long. Yeah, Priest had it for a while. It hasn't mattered much in the last number of years. And it's a real goddamn shame. Ali could have been one of their brightest stars. And now I fear that they're basically just smashing him into the mat repeatedly. They'll give him the championship. He'll just lose and lose. He'll lose the championship at, say, SummerSlam, and they'll release him. If I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. So, Riddle and Nakamura are backstage. I don't know what the fuck Riddle was doing with all the strobe lights behind him. I don't know why they feel that Nakamura deserves to be saddled with Riddle. And then Nakamura and Riddle took on the Usos. Championship contenders match. It feels like we just saw this. Oh, the Usos caused a DQ, so they have to give Nakamura and Riddle a championship opportunity. Just fucking goddamn saw this. See what I meant by going downhill? And the action was good. I get doing DQ finishes for reasons to lead to rematches. But if the feuds aren't that good to begin with, you're just prolonging something the fans don't want to see. And then Liv is generally scissoring the ropes. Kier, stop thinking about it. I know you're thinking about it. You stop it. You get some help. Do wonder, though, would Rhea throw me into the wall when she just, put her elbow right in my throat? Kier, stop it. Get some help. Just gonna ignore all that right there. Can't edit that out. But Liv is in the ring. Okay, we go to break. Steve Patrick is talking to Ali. Ali says a few words and then walks off and then gets attacked by Theory. Steve Patrick is not a very good interviewer. Hell in a Cell card rundown with all Raw matches except Nakamura, who's a SmackDown guy. Well, the Usos, but they're unified tag champs, so they can go anywhere. Liv is still in the ring, by the way, and we're about 8 minutes since her entrance. Rhea has new music. Need her to throw me? Put her foot on my neck and... Anyway, just do that. Moving on, we go to break again, and then we get the Memorial Day video package. I don't understand why they didn't open with that. And yeah, by the way, fuck Ronald Reagan. I'm glad he's dead. The only good thing that came out of that was Johnny Carson's impression of him. Rhea took on Liv. Instant fisting action. Liv was so fired up and pent up she decided to fist an Amazonian Australian in Des Moines. News at 11. Rhea kept yelling, pathetic, pathetic. Good action. Women did their best here. Liv has improved. Rhea is a dominant goddess. Good Lord. She's a real goddess, not Alexa Bliss, who's all the size of a fucking fig leaf. And probably, weighs about, that's unfair. Alexa, I know, has talked about her recent stride. I don't like the character. That was a bit too far. I apologize. But I just don't want to see Alexa anymore. Push Rhea. Push talents. Don't push people that we've seen the same goddamn, for the same goddamn, amount of years to where it's just gotten stale. So, basically, Priest and Styles are at ringside at one point, and then Liv tops Rhea for an odd 3 count that was counted but wasn't counted, and then we get an odd beatdown afterwards where Balor shows up and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and they beat each other, and they beat each other off. No, I'm kidding. They don't beat each other off. More than the pity. No, this isn't the kind of Priest and Riddle tag teaming that apparently did happen. Rumors. But Lashley, they are closing with the contract signing. Edward James Olmos is not very good and fell through a table at the end. That's it. I don't really have anything for that. MVP really tried to make this work. Bless his heart. Anyway, agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.